1. Once upon a time there was a lonely young girl and a lonely young boy. Not knowing one another existed, they kept on with their own lonely lives. The lonely girl, now a self-kept young woman, sat quietly in the city of Sturgis on a bench. All bundled up, she just sat there as the snow fell gently straight down to the ground from a dark gray overcast night sky. Looking and observing the scene she was in, no one around, for 'twas 10:36 p.m. She listened to the songs Forsaken and Redeemer. Stopping into a stare, she watched the snow fall as the park lights gleamed off of it. The trees made her feel at peace and calm, influencing the mind of hers with these feelings of immortality, making her smile a bit. Taking off her headphones with a deep breath of fresh cold air, she looked up at the tree closest to her. She observed how the top of it was revealed by the park lights and how it made a shadow outline into the absent, dark, snow-covered night sky. Page 2. Walking from a distance, a young man came up behind her. Looking at the park light as it revealed a reddish glow off the falling snow, he spoke in a quiet voice. "It's unreal, isn't it?" he asked her. Startled a bit, she looked over her shoulder, then gazed off back into the moment. "Almost feels like it," she replied, feeling calm and relaxed again. Is it... Do you mind if I sit with you and share the moment?" he asked her nervously, for she seemed lonely like him, but very beautiful. She looked at him, then turned back, not sure if he was just trying to get with her, if he was really lost into this like she was. Sure," she replied, a bit blanked out. "Okay," he said in a mumble, slowly making his way to sit down. He sat, putting his earbuds in to listen to a song called Hollow Life. He looked up at the treetops, then back around as she looked over, turning her head slightly. He looked over a bit, locking eyes with her as she smiled and looked away. She put her headphones back on and listened to the song Forsaken. Page 3. The lonely young boy, now a self-kept young man, walked alone towards the city park of Sturgis. 4 to 5 inches of snow were on the ground, and he kept walking as the snow fell gently straight down. The night sky was gray, shaded deeply with an absent appearance which to him made it all the better. 'Twas to snow for days. It was 10:36 p.m. when he stopped on the bridge and leaned against the railing, staring at the park for a moment as a song not meant for me played on his phone. Walking on, he started to enter the park. As he went on, his mysterious eyes took in a scene of snow falling slowly down through naked trees, while the park lights gloomed a reddish desired glow that took him in deeper and deeper. Even the trees seemed to comfort him and his loneliness. Cracking a smile, he still felt something was missing. Spotting someone on a bench up ahead, he was surprised somewhat. As he got closer, the scene became complete. An hour had gone by, and the scene of the moment was beautiful. The man reached into his coat pocket and pulled out a pack of Marlboro cigarettes. Figuring the moment was at its peak, he pulled one out with his lips and put the pack back in his pocket. Reaching into his bootleg, he took out a deal of matches and lit a cigarette. As the song Change started playing, exhaling, he stared around, then at her. Looking over as he looked up, she knew she liked him in many ways, more because he could see and understand her and what this moment meant to her, just as she could and did for him. This was their moment, to share for eternity. Standing up, he held out his hand. Smiling, she grabbed it. As they held hands walking around the park, he let her hand slip as she took a couple steps, then froze, staring into the beauty of everything fitting together amongst them in this deep Gothical scene which her eyes took in, as she thought deeply, very deeply in her mind, realizing she was not alone and that she could finally share these particular moments with him more often, made her truly smile for once. Watching her enjoy this everlasting moment made him smile, especially now that he was finally not alone. In love with the moment and the scene of it, they caught one another staring at each other. The snow floated slowly down towards them from above, and the park lights gave life to a reddish glow which reflected off the snow, revealing the treetops overlooking them. Now they stood toe to toe after slowly finding their ways to each other. He smiled as she smiled back, sliding the side of his thumb across her left cheek, his hand firmly tucked under her left ear. They kissed. After a few quick moments, they smiled, chuckling. "My name's Harold," he said, looking at her. "Harold, huh?" she said, smiling. "Don't really hear that name too often." "It's not a very common name, I suppose," Harold replied to her. "Well, my name's Anne," she said. "Nice to meet you," Harold replied. They chuckled. "You too," Anne agreed. The end. Written by Stilwell, story layout, copyrighted 2014, G Publishing, all rights reserved for the artist. That would be me. If you'd like a chance to get this particular copy of GLOOM, I believe it's number 15 out of 100, and to be honest, this might be the last one I have. If you'd like to own this signed, then like this video, subscribe to Stilwell Arts YouTube channel, follow Stilwell Arts on Instagram, and like Stilwell Arts Facebook page. Message me on one of those platforms, or one of these platforms, and just send me the word GLOOM, and the 9th person to send me the word GLOOM will win the copy used in this video. And I will announce the winner, and when I do, I will need your address, just your address. The P.O. box is fine, whatever you got. And I will sign this, and I will send it to you right away. So good luck to you all. If you enjoyed this reading, like this video, there'll be more content to come. There is some new music in the works. And have a great day. Thank you.